Welcome to Shit's Getting Real with Sax, where we strip back the filters and get raw about life, money, emotions, and business. This is your safe space for unfiltered conversations, the kind that make you feel seen, understood, and deeply connected to something bigger. No bullshit, no pretending, just real stories, deep truths, and the occasional existential crisis. Because life, it's messy, it's magical, and it's meant to be truly felt. Hello, my party people, and welcome back to another episode. I am so excited to be back here as per usual. I actually missed a couple of weeks. Oopsies. But honestly, I've just had so much stuff going on at the moment. There has been a whole realm of change in my world, and I just didn't have the time or the capacity to show up to you guys in the way that I wanted to. So that is what it is, really. This whole year is such a big lesson for me of it is what it is, and just letting things happen the way that they happen, and letting things flow, and letting things change and evolve, and just keep moving through the trenches, through the highs, through the trenches, through the highs. So I'm excited to be back. I have missed having a little chit-chatties with you guys. It feels really weird to be back on my own podcast because I've recorded in that time that I've had off. I've recorded 3 podcasts, I think, for other people's podcasts to be able to promote more of the Align Yourself journal and what that is and behind it and all of those different things. So really, I have been talking, and you can probably find me on other people's podcasts, but I'm back here at Shit's Getting Real, where it all began. And I do want to do an episode where I talk more into using astrology in your day-to-day life and my own personal journey with astrology and how I came up with the Align Yourself journal and all of those good things, which will come in time. But today I felt really, really drawn to speak to you guys about actually creating the vibe of your year. So the day that I'm recording this is the 29th of May. So by the time it releases, it's going to be June already. And June feels like half of your year is just gone, right? It's like you have just spent the last 6 months doing whatever it is that you have been doing. And a lot of the time when I hear people get to this point, especially when I used to work back in fitness, it would be that sense of, oh, like, I'll just do it next year. I'll just do this next year. I'll just focus on that. Like, this year has been too much. This year this year that. And it's like, babe, you still have half the year to freaking go. What are you talking about next year? What are you talking about this year? It's only been half of the year. And I want to remind you that at any point in time, you can change the narrative for yourself and you can choose the vibe of what you want to create for the next or for right now, actually. What happened to being present in the moment and enjoying your reality and creating from a space of, I want this right now, right here, right now, right? And I think that it is so common for people to get locked into these sort of time restraints. But in reality, babe, time doesn't even exist. I know that it's cliche. I know that everyone says it, but everyone says it and it's cliche because it's true. It's so true. The future is not here, doesn't exist. The past has already been, so how can we determine that? All we actually have is right now in the present moment. And so I want you to take a second and actually take a big deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. We're going to do it together. In and out. 2 more. 1 in and out. 1 more. You feel how just taking that moment to actually be present with yourself in this period of time that is now, the stresses of the past and the stresses of the future seem to just relax a little bit, right? It actually can be that easy. Breath is quite literally the best tool that we are gifted from birth to be able to realign ourselves, recenter ourselves, and create for ourselves the peace and clarity that comes with being at one with ourselves. So, if you are thinking about what you've done this year and you're thinking back to the last 6 months and you're like, shit, that wasn't what I wanted. I got completely sidetracked. I got completely off the rails. I went completely crazy. Like, babe, it's okay. Me too. I did not think 6 months ago that this would be where I was going to be at right now. Within the last 2 months alone, there has been so much change in my life that I could not have ever expected. And yet, here I am still being present and looking forward to what the vibe is that I want to create. And I've actually done a podcast about this before when I said, is goal setting really all that? Where the difference between setting goals and setting a vibe is like, a goal is very masculine orientated. It's very much that I need to achieve this and it has a measurable outcome and there are steps that I need to take to achieve it. And there's like that satisfaction of achieving that throughout that period of time, right? Normally it also has a time restraint on it, let's be honest. And so often we're like, set goals for ourselves at the start of the year without actually paying any attention to that feminine aspect of flow, and without that aspect of, we're not in control. Like, we're not really. We get given what we're given. We get thrown curveballs consistently all of the time. So how can we still achieve those things that we want to achieve while also simultaneously moving with that flow and with that energy and with that creation and allowing the beautiful miracles of what does happen in life to create themselves? And that's when I started creating a vibe board. So literally the same thing as a vision board, except instead of each picture being related directly to a specific goal, it's like each individual picture just depicts the sort of essence and vibe of the things that I want in my world. And I've done this now for the last 2 years, specifically on like creating the vibe of my life. And when I tell you it has worked so phenomenally beautifully, it's hilarious. Like, even to the point of last year on my vibe board was a lot about like really loving over the top romantic relationships with boys. Like, well, with a man. A man was in the photos. There was a man and there was a woman. Those were the photos, right? And I got it. Like, I didn't even intentionally go out to look for that. And in my mind, the vibe of it was like, I just want to be treated like a princess. I just want to be treated like a queen. I just want to be like loved and adored and respected and just like be poured over, right? And I experienced so much of that with the tiniest, minuscule holiday romances that I had. They were like drying my hair for me. Like, literally, I was crying. Well, I wasn't crying, but I was sooking because I was like, I don't want to wash my hair because I don't want to go to bed with it wet, but I don't really want to dry it, and blah, 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 blah. And the guy that I was with at the time, he literally was just like, oh, it's fine. I'll dry it for you. I know how to do that. And I was like, what are you talking about? You're not going to dry it properly. It's going to be such a half-assed effort. It's going to be like, it's just not going to be it, is it? And he was like, no, I grew up with sisters. Like, I know, like, let me dry it for you. And so I literally washed my hair, came out of the shower, laid down on the couch with my like head on the edge part, and he like with a hairdryer dried all of my hair for me, like to perfection. And I was like, okay, slay. That was lovely. That was so lovely. Or another one that I had that drove me everywhere. I literally never drove once. That was so cool. Cooked for me, cleaned for me, made the bed for me, like all sorts of different things. And it wasn't like I intentionally set a goal of being like, I want to have a boyfriend who loves me. I said that really aggressively. Kind of sounds like maybe I don't want that, but I promise you I do. But instead of it being that sort of like regimented, scheduled goal of this is the outcome that I want, it was like, I don't really mind how it comes to me, but this is the life that I want to experience. Right? And I didn't even think about it until I looked back on the old board and was like, wow, yeah, I pretty much experienced so much of those aspects and so much of the things that I created in that vibe. And obviously that wasn't what my whole board was about. My board had a range of crazy, incredible things, and I pretty much achieved all of them. Like looking back at the vibe of my life last year, it was pretty freaking cool. It was pretty great. However, in that period of time, I also experienced so much heartache. I don't actually know whether heartache is the right thing to say, because I don't think my heart ached. I think maybe my head was a little bit more confused. And I, yeah, there was like a mind rattling experience that I will talk about. I know I say this on every fucking podcast that I do at the moment, but I promise you I am going to make the podcast about it one day. I just want to be at that point of actually fully having processed it before I put out the information, because I think it's such an important, strong message. And I really think that people are going to relate to it and be able to use it to guide themselves through those situations, because it's not an uncommon thing that happens. So I promise you, I'm not withholding. I literally just want to process it properly still. Anyways, so much fuck shit happened as well as the great shit. However, looking back, if I had have focused on the goal and focused on I don't have a boyfriend, then I wouldn't say that I've achieved what I wanted to achieve, right? But instead, being able to look at, was I loved? Yeah, so many people showed me love. So many people gave me like so much of themselves. So many people were so generous and kind and loving and considerate and just warm. And it was such a caring year from that point of view, right? Because I was focusing on the vibe that I wanted. And this year, because of all of that stuff that happened with men last year, I sort of went on like a men hiatus. Like I was like, you know what? I'm just not even going to give them the time of day, because I don't feel like I trust them and I don't feel like I want to be kind to them. So I'm actually just going to take a step back from calling that in. And instead, I'm going to focus on all of the beautiful females in my life. And literally, my board this year is got so much stuff with my mom. It's got stuff about friendships. It's got stuff about women's circles. It's got stuff about moon circles. It's got stuff about like traveling with girls and making businesses and doing all of these different things with females. And what do you know? All of a sudden, I actually start liking a girl. And I have this crazy, incredible, romantic, beautiful situation with a girl. Like, you literally couldn't write about it. You actually could not write about it. And there literally it's nearly June and there hasn't been a boy involved in my life all year. Because it's not the vibe that I want to create for myself. It's not the intention that I put out to experience and to have in every single moment of the day. right? This thing actually works, and you can actually choose to create the vibe that you want from your life and for the rest of this year right now. Tomorrow, the next day, the day after that, you can continue changing that vibe, because the vibe that you can consciously create for yourself now, and this is why vision boards and like visuals are so great, because they actually reach into your subconscious all of the time. Because even though you're not looking at it directly all the time, if you know that it's there, when you see it out of the corner of your eye, or when you see it when you open up your phone or you open up your laptop or you like look past it, your brain still registers, oh yeah, that's that thing. And so even unconsciously, your memory center is still thinking about all of the things that you've put onto your vision board or onto your vibe creator board. Whatever it is for you, it's consciously and unconsciously bringing it into your reality every single day. Every single day. And that's how it works. That's how you can choose to create what you want. You don't have to be set on, it has to be this way, it has to be that way, there has to be anything in your life. Like, life is here to flow, and you can never tell what is coming around the corner. You can never tell, but you can choose how you want to move through it. Do you want to move through it with the vibe that the world is against you, and with the vibe that everything just happens to you and you can't stop it and there's nothing you can do about it and you're never going to achieve your goals because the world just hates you and it just keeps pulling you down again and again and again and again? And also, if you're there, it's cool. It's cool. I've been there. I was there at the start of this year. I was there in March before I went and got that job. I was there so many times in my life. Have I gotten to that point where I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm so sick of feeling like a victim to my external reality right now. I need to change. Something needs to fucking change, because I'm not doing this shit anymore. Because the vibe that I want is not that. The vibe that I want to create for myself and the vibe that I want to have through life is being able to see the light, to see the love, to feel things, to connect with people, to be on that deeper level with myself so that I can give a deeper level to other people, right? So what is the vibe that you actually want for yourself? What is the vibe that you want to be in this world? Is it that you want the vibe of a boss bitch who wears her suits and her heels and or sneakers? You do you, girl. You do you. But do you want to be that? Is that the vibe that you want? Is that what your soul is yearning for right now? It's yearning for that hustle. It's yearning for that, like, I'm unstoppable. I'm a bad bitch and nobody can stop me. Is that what you're living right now? How can you create that vibe in the now so you can choose to have that vibe collectively cumulate? What is that word where it's like it adds on and on and on and on? Whatever that word is, where it just continues to build and build and build and build? Or is the vibe that you want to be a little airy fairy who just like flounces about and has her little whimsy life? How can you create that in your reality now so that you can continue to grow that for the next 6 months? Is it that you really, really, really want to just work with that universal number 9 at the moment, and you really want to just shed these layers, and you're in your healing girl era and you just want to like keep going deeper and deeper and deeper into the psyche of yourself and really get to know yourself better? Can you create that vibe in your external environment now so that for the next 6 months, that's what you create for yourself? Like, what actually is it for you? Because it's all well and good for me to sit here and tell you all of my hopes and all of my dreams and everything that I want to be. But in reality, y'all motherfuckers need to stop putting me on a pedestal, because I'm just a normal human being and I'm not the same person that you are. I love you and I see you, and there's so much similarities and connection between us. But I am not the same person as you. You are your own person with your own feelings, your own wants, and your own desires. Your own desires. And when you can actually stand into your own power of, you know what? I don't care if nobody else around me wants this. I want this. I want this for myself. That is when the universe starts to listen to you. Not, oh, I should probably start healing my inner child because Saxony told me that I need to heal my inner child. Bitch, do it for your motherfucking self. What? I don't want anyone to do anything in their life because I told them to. I want people to do things for themselves and to follow in my footsteps because they want to feel that for themselves. That is the message. That is the key. What is the vibe that you want? Not the vibe of, oh, well, I should be focusing on my health. I should be focusing on getting in a relationship. I should be tripling my income. I should be traveling the world. I should be doing this. I should be buying a house. I should be what the fuck is all of that? If none of it feels real for you, then you're never going to feel fulfilled in it. What is actually the vibe that you want from your life? Determine the vibe that you want for your life. Say fuck off to the haters because they don't matter. They literally never did. We own the hate only matters if we let it matter. And I don't mean hate by oh, people are commenting mean things on my video. I'm talking about when you go and tell your parents that I don't want to do this course anymore. And they say, well, you're ruining your future and you're doing this and you're doing that and blah, 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 blah. I'm so sorry, mum and dad, but the life that you want for me and the life that I want to live are two completely different things. And that's cool. And I love you. And I can see how this perception that you hold is because you love me and you want the best for me. But I need you to trust that I can do things by myself in my own way. I'm talking about when you tell your friends, oh, I really want to wear this outfit. And they say, ooh, you want to wear that? Yes, bitch, this is my style. What? This is what I want to wear. And if that's a problem, then the door is literally right there. Don't be around people who you wouldn't want to trade lives with and accept their opinions as gospel. It's as simple as that. Unless you wanted to trade lives with that person, I would not be accepting criticism from them because I don't want to be you. I would much rather be me and be strong in myself and in the vibe that I want and that I project to the world. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe you're not like that. But seriously, you actually can create anything that you want for yourself when you lock in with yourself. And I don't mean hustle culture, work 12 hours a day and work your 9 to 5 and then grind a 5 to 9. Bro, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about actually being clear and honest with yourself. What do you want? What is the vibe of the life that you want? What features of life do you want? How do you want to see the world? How do you want to feel in the world? How do you want to feel in yourself? What is your vibe? And it's literally as simple as just scrolling around on Pinterest until you find something that you like back and then following on the thread of similar posts to this and just saving photos that make you feel something, that make you feel connected to that bigger picture of the vibe of your life. And so what if it changes in 2 months? Do you know how simple and easy it is to make a vision board in today's society? Like, come on now. It's so easy. All you have to do is save the pictures and put them on a... You could probably even get AI to do it, let's be honest. Hey, make a collage for me with all of these photos. Like, it actually is so simple and it's so easy. And here these people are sitting in their houses, in their rooms, in their cars, in these things, just feeling so shit about themselves because they didn't achieve what they thought they were going to achieve by freaking June of 2025. Babe, no one's achieved what they thought they were going to achieve. You either achieve less or you achieve way more because we're not in control. All we can actually control is the reality inside of us. So create the vibe that you want for the rest of this year. I believe in you. I believe you can do it. Fuck them haters. Fuck them right off. Just listen to me. I'll give you love. I give you all those nice, warm, fuzzy feelings that make you want to just be like, yes, you're right, girl. Give me. Because you can do anything. There is no time limit. Time is not running out. You can create everything that you want in this lifetime when you focus on the goodness and the kindness and the generosity and the love that you want to give out. And to be able to give out, everybody knows we have to give to ourselves first. Love you. Have a great, great day. And I will speak to you guys next time. As always, if you're related to this as well, make sure send me a little DM. Be like, girl, you're speaking to my soul right now. How the hell did you know I needed you? How did you know I needed to hear this? Because I'm a words of affirmation girly and I want to hear it. I want to hear how it spoke to you. I want to hear the vibe. If you create a vision board, do you know how excited I'll be? Send it to me. Send it to me. Love you. Bye. Mwah, 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 mwah.